Hey guys, welcome to the new video. If you are like me, someone who studied English at school but never really spoke it and wants to pick up or improve your English as an adult, this video is for you. My name is Zoe. I'm a polyglot who can speak 7 languages. Chinese is my mother tongue. I've never been to an international school or lived in an English-speaking country. I did quite well in English at school in China, but I couldn't speak it fluently. I realized that our learning system was very focused on vocabulary and grammar, but lacked practice, which led to the phenomenon known as, we say in Chinese, 哑巴英语. We say we can understand but just can't speak. Then I noticed that my friends from France, Iran, Turkey, Japan, Italy, or other countries had the same problem. When I was doing my master's degree in France, I realized that if I wanted to have a more international academic career in the future, I needed to speak English fluently. So I set a goal for myself to be fluent in English before starting my PhD program. I made a self-learning plans and improved my English in 1 year. Now I'm happy to be able to write and present conferences confidently in English. To be honest, my English isn't perfect, but I understand the struggles of learning or relearning English as an adult outside of the school system. I've built up my own list of learning resources, effective methods, and study plans, which I will be sharing with you guys today. Let's get straight into the video. First, I would recommend texting yourself to evaluate your current level before beginning to study English. Many people are already familiar with English to some extent. Being aware of your own level can help you identify the most appropriate learning materials and methods. There are a lot of online resources available for self-testing, including the Cambridge test. You can also use the app English Score from the British Council to take a 30-minute test. What you should focus before jumping into speaking exercises were correcting the pronunciation, building up the vocabulary, reviewing grammar points. Pay attention. There's a difference between pronunciation and accent. Pronunciation refers to the way letters are pronounced, including individual sounds and intonation. On the other hand, accent refers to the way people speak, which can vary depending on the region and background. It's important to have a clear pronunciation when speaking English because it makes it easy for others to understand what you are saying. But sometimes people judge someone's English level only based on whether they can speak like a native or with a native accent. This is not fair because there are various English accents. Even in the UK or the US, there are different accents in different regions. So remember, the goal of language learning is effective communication. If you can convey your meaning clearly and be understood, you are already on the right track. To improve your pronunciation, you can check out videos like this, one for a more British pronunciation or this one for a more American accent. Personally, I've watched about 2 short videos per day to fix my pronunciation. I used to pronounce everything like in French, such as festival, structure. If you are not sure about the pronunciation of a word, dictionaries like Reversal or even Google Translate have audio recording available. One tip, I always note down the phonetic symbols for future reference. For vocabulary, I don't recommend memorizing a bunch of words without understanding how to use them, like we used to do in China. We used to have a long vocabulary list and have to repeat and memorize 50 words per day, then use spaced repetition to review them. This method was super boring, overwhelming, and ineffective. Learning words in context is the best way to go. There are a lot of Anki or Quizlet texts with examples and pronunciation available. All you need to do is set a goal, such as learning 10 to 20 new words per day. You can also use an app like Boozoo, which offers well-structured lessons for different levels. The great thing is that they have real people speaking in videos. Most of the activities use flashcards and mini lessons and English phrases, vocabulary, and grammar. Another thing I like about Boozoo is that they break English learning into chunks. You just need to stick to your daily learning routine. For example, 30 minutes in the morning or 15 minutes taking public transport. This is completely applicable even you have a full-time job. If you are interested in Boozoo, please check out the link in the description box. To combine pronunciation and vocabulary exercises, you can listen to videos of essential word pronunciation while driving or walking. I've noticed that some of my friends can speak English, but they still make basic grammar mistakes such as incorrect verb conjugation. Actually, fixing these mistakes is not difficult. All you need to do is to put fixing one grammar point per day in your program. You can use Essential Grammar in Use by Cambridge to do grammar exercises. I used to do one lesson per day with this book, or website like British Council, which offer online exercises such as this one for A1 to A2 level grammar. Another helpful resource is the 6-minute grammar podcast, which I used to listen to every day on my way to the gym. You can also study with one grammar video per day on a channel like BBC Learning English, English with Lucy, or Speak English with Vanessa, taking notes and creating sentences on your own. The key is to incorporate these activities into your daily routine and make sure to do them every day. Here are 2 sample study plans for reference. Okay, now if you feel that your grammar is still too weak, you can integrate grammar exercises with English Grammar in Use into your learning routine. I even found a free related Anki deck. Besides the basic exercises I mentioned before, for this level, please focus more on listening and speaking. These 2 skills are often overlooked in school system. Most schools focus on grammar and writing, which can cause problems later on when it comes to scoring high on text or understanding what people is saying without being able to speak. The best exercise to improve your speaking and listening skills is shadowing. Shadowing is an exercise where you listen to someone speaking and repeat what they are saying in real time. It's a really effective way to develop a better ear for a language and build muscle memory for correct pronunciation and intonation, and you can do it alone. To practice shadowing, you can start by finding videos or podcasts with the accent and the content you like. You can break the recording down into smaller segments and repeat each segment several times before moving on to the next one. If you have watched my other videos, you must know that I've listened to a BBC lecture podcast and shadowed a couple of paragraphs every day. I used a total of 6 months to finish shadowing all the episodes. During the first listening, I printed the script and highlighted pronunciation mistakes I always make with phonetic symbols. During the second listening, I repeated what the speaker was saying as closely as possible, pausing and repeating sentence by sentence. During the third listening, I repeated right after the speaker, matching their rhythm, intonation, and stress patterns. The point of this exercise is to do it less but consistently, only 15 minutes per day. After several weeks, you will see obvious improvements. You can find a channel you like, such as BBC Learning English. You can also discover their podcast, which has a lot of great content. Shadow one video per day. You can learn vocabulary and grammar. It's a win-win exercise. If you've ever wanted to learn English by watching TV, the channel Learn English with TV series might be your perfect channel. The presenters show clips from famous English language TV series and explain the expressions, words, and technical vocabulary. Another great channel for this level is To Fluency. Is a channel for people who are interested in language learning strategies. His video speed and content are great to do shadowing exercises. You can start to find a tandem partner to practice speaking with. Apps like Tandem or HelloTalk are great to connect with native English speakers. Aim for at least 2 study sessions per week, not less than 30 minutes per session. I assume you have built up a large vocabulary count and a good grasp of basic to intermediate grammar. I suggest integrating more TV shows, series, movies, and music on YouTube or Netflix. There's a large variety of choices, and this is the easiest resource to obtain. I personally like science fiction and documentaries. How about you? At this level, you may still need subtitles, but you should be able to understand most of the things. You can use the reversal add-on to check and save new vocabulary from the subtitles. Another awesome way to practice speaking and reading is to use lyrics apps. You can sing along with your favorite songs, bits like karaoke. Another new way to practice your English is to chat with the ChatGPT. One tip is to give ChatGPT the order to correct your grammar mistakes while you chat. It's better to set a topic every time you practice. I personally prefer to talk to real humans. It's still different. Here are 2 study plans for reference. For this level, all you need to do is immerse yourself in English. Read, write, speak, listen as much as possible. Step out of your comfort zone and don't settle for basic conversations or simple topics. If you need academic English like me, you can check out the book Academic Vocabulary in Use. You can also find a more advanced level vocabulary list on Anki or Quizlet. I still recommend doing the shadowing exercise, but this time with more complex topics. One channel I highly recommend is Tech Talks, where you can find presentations by experts in many fields. You can find Tech Talks on science, philosophy, self-help, education, and much more. For this level, you don't need to pause sentence by sentence. Just repeat after the speaker to gain fluency. Another good tip is to record a 1-minute video of yourself talking about the topic. For example, after watching a TED video, you can make a video discussing your opinion on this topic. The great thing about this exercise is that you can check the mistakes you made in detail and focus on them next time. Another platform I recommend is Coursera. It partners with universities and other organizations around the world to offer high-quality courses and programs. The courses are typically structured as a series of video lectures, reading materials, and assignments. It's the best way to train all your English skills, and you can also learn vocabulary and information in the field you are interested in. You guys know I'm a big fan of documentaries. Here are the documentary channels I recommend. For listening, in addition to all kinds of radio, you can listen to audiobooks. Choose contents that you really enjoy. Recently, I've been using Audible and listening to The Language Instinct by Steven Pinker. For reading and writing, I highly recommend The Economist. It has a very high level of English writing, and you can also read the articles out loud or use the read out loud add-on to listen to the text. Keep up the healthy habits of highlighting new words and adding them to your study set. A good writing practice for this level is to write a summary of your conclusions about the article or book you read. Write about what you thought and how it made you feel. You can even write criticism if you have any. I also like The Economist YouTube channel and podcast. They are the best resource to practice listening and gain advanced vocabulary. Here are 2 study plans for reference. This is the end of the video. I've shared everything I've accumulated over the past years, and I hope that they are useful for you. It's a way to show you the whole picture of the journey and offer you useful tools. The rest is up to you. Time to take action, guys. I would be happy if you feel motivated and have a clearer vision for your English learning after watching this video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. See you soon, guys. Bye.